Camera speed. This is Can of Beans. Trailer tour. I believe take 3. Go ahead.
Hi there, I'm Gina.
And I'm Anthony.
And together we're Can of Beans Adventure. You have just stumbled across a brand new YouTube channel where we will explore all things RV living and travel. Our daughter Annika will also be traveling with us as well. We are currently in northern Phoenix, really just getting used to the RV living situation. We are brand new RVers, have never done this before. We have officially been out here for 90 days in this area, and for the most part we have been boondocking, which means dry camping. We kind of been rotating between campsites and also BLM and state trust land as well. Welcome to our kitchen. I'm going to show you my most favorite part in this area, and that's the kitchen island. The reason it's my favorite part is because it allows more space in this area. We have 2 slide outs just in this area. This is the slide out here. The kitchen island allows me to have sufficient prep space. We cook most of the time, and so there's plenty of counter space that allows me to do that. I have a lovely deep wide sink that allows me to wash my pots and pans as well. Speaking of pots and pans, I actually keep them right up here so that I can take them out easily to retrieve them while we're cooking. Our stove is a 3-burner stove and it runs off of propane. I typically only use 2 at a time. Using 3 is kind of rare, so it's a nice, these are a nice feature to have along with our oven. We have sufficient cabinets in here where we keep our spices and just extra canned goods and pots and pans. Here's our little mini coffee maker. These tins are good to have. It frees up drawer space to put other things in, so we keep our utensils in here. Now, here's our mini fridge, which is a lot bigger than I anticipated. Here's our freezer. And here's our fridge. And this little mechanism here just enables us to lock it while we're traveling.
Let you handle this.
So yes, we are originally from California, pretty much born and raised there all of our lives, and the pandemic actually really kind of changed the dynamics of our family. Last year in 2021, our jobs were requiring something of us that we didn't agree with, and we felt that we needed to make a change for our entire family. So we are a family of faith. We prayed about it, and we felt that God was leading us out of California and to explore a different state. At the time, we didn't know what that looked like at first, but giving it some thought, I asked my husband, why don't we just consider purchasing an RV, at least for a year, living in it, and if we don't like it, then we can just settle down somewhere. And his response was,
Okay, sure.
You said, don't threaten me with the good time. That's what he said.
Well, it all started about 7 years ago. Just randomly checking out some YouTube channels, and I came across this traveler who travels full-time in a van. At the time he was in Alaska, and so that kind of sparked some interest in traveling the world, whether through plane or your car or anything. And so I had this idea of, well, when I retire, come retirement age, let's kind of try this out. Let's travel, whether that being, like I said, through plane or car, or purchasing a RV or camp trailer, or anything like that. So I came across other YouTubers, and it just sparked that fire in me to just want to get out, wanting to explore, our states other than, California. I lived in California my whole life, and never really gone, outside of California, and other than a few trips that we've taken through our kids' school.
So in our pantry, we keep extra paper towels, our coffee and tea, paper goods, cereals, breads, canned goods, and those sorts of items.
Okay, so going to the living room, first things first, right here is our source of entertainment, and here is our fireplace. Now, the TV, we usually just use this for like extra counter space for any of our things, but the way this works is you have to press this button right here, and this thing lifts up. Watch. It's really slow, but it will eventually get there. What? Okay, and here it is. And for our fireplace, this is more like a heater, but the way it's decorated, it makes it look like a good fireplace. It usually just keeps us warm, but these days we really don't need warmth right now, how hot it's getting here in Arizona.
First of all, I feel like the misconceptions could be easily finding a place to park your RV. Again, as I stated, we are Northern Phoenix, but we are here in a season where the snowbirds are here as well, and this area caters more to the 55 plus community, which is totally understandable. So it's very difficult to find lodging in this particular area. Other states, I'm sure, might be a little bit more flexible, but I think that may be one of the misconceptions, is easily finding a place to park your rig. So far, the most favorite place that we've been is the Grand Canyon National Park. We have been coming to Arizona for the last 6 years because our kids have come to college here, but we had never made the drive to the Grand Canyon, and I think seeing that in person was pretty amazing. You can definitely see just the work and just the hand of God in that entire area. It's just a beautiful, it's unexplainable how beautiful it is. Learning to live tiny has been a valuable lesson for me. We sold our home, which was 2,800 square feet. We had 3 bathrooms and 5 bedrooms and spacious living quarters, and we traded it in for our travel trailer, which we're excited to be living in. The only thing that I miss just about our previous living experience is just the convenience, of having water power and plumbing at our disposal. Again, living this lifestyle, you have to adjust, and where in this case, my husband is the water person, the power guy, the plumber, and Mr. Fix-It in all areas. However, I'm learning to do those things as well.
Okay, so the next part of the living room, this is one of my favorite parts. These are recliners, and the way, usually recliners, these parts, lift up, and the way that works is you can't see it, but right here there's, a handle that you have to pull up, and you do this. And to put it back down, you just do this. You push it back. And right here, we usually put our remotes in here. This is basically it.
This area is our dinette where it comfortably fits 4 people. This actually can adjust down to make another bed in this area. We also have storage underneath each one of these benches. And on this side, these detach. This new way of life has shaped my perspective in a way that anything is possible. That we have the ability to see things that we've never seen before, to explore areas we've never been to, and to be able to share these experiences with our daughter, who is a young teenager. So we are excited to be able to share this journey with her as well. Raising a young teen in tiny living has, as of yet, has not presented any challenges in itself. I am currently homeschooling our daughter, and we do have 2 older children who are already adults and doing their own thing. They do reside in Arizona, and that's why we are here. We wanted to spend some time with them here first before we moved on to another state.
Okay, so here is a tour of my very own room. Okay, so right here is just like a regular bed that I sleep on. This is where I put my clothes at. And it's the same over here. This is like my junk cabinet. And this is my couch. I usually don't use it. Hopefully we can just get rid of it soon. And here's my keyboard. It's inside the box. Here's my drawers with my socks and things. And here's my stairs right here. I just do this and I can go up. And that is pretty much it. It's a small space, but it's big enough for me.
This is our shower. We were really concerned if this was going to be large enough for my husband. He is about 6 foot, but there's plenty of space for him to do what he needs to do. In the same room, we have our sink, our cabinet, and our toilet all in one space. And we have under sink storage. This is our bedroom. And yes, it's super tiny, but it's perfect for my husband and myself. We have closets on both sides. This is my husband's side of the closet. We had to downsize quite a bit. So here's his side. And I would also recommend repurposing what you already have. That's what we did. We had these storage bins already in our first home, so we just repurposed them and they fit perfectly right up here. And that's it.
I think the spark that you mentioned was just, going through everyday life. Everyone has their challenges, everyone has their issues, and I've always worked hard, for my family. But then I started thinking back, well, all that hard work, really, I was concentrating more on, doing a good job at, and making a certain amount of income just so I could give my kids a certain life, but at the same time, we kind of missed out on a few venture things. And so I think this new life that we've decided to take on with our daughter, our youngest, Annika.
We really just wanted to take on a more unconventional way of raising her. We kind of knew early on with her that her education journey was going to be different. We just didn't know what that was going to look like, but now we do.
Yeah.
Personally, I think for me, the goal with this lifestyle is to just take one day at a time and enjoy the process. I'm very much a goal setter and I want to see the end result, but I'm trying to be intentional and just take one day at a time and enjoy the journey.
Same, just to really try to enjoy the journey, and to kind of just transition out of that mindset of, I have things to do, I have chores to do, and get up in the morning, and just to be more adventurous and yeah, I have to do those things in order to maintain our living, whether it be, living out in the middle of the desert for a couple of days, or living in a full hookup RV site where I don't have to worry about those things. Just to be able to enjoy the journey, and to transition from the previous life that I was used to this new adventurous life.
So this channel is intended to inspire anyone who is wanting to break free from the mundane, the ordinary, and try something unconventional. Step out in faith, take a risk, and do something different. And yes, the unknowns are scary, but not doing it is more fearful, I believe. We encourage you, if there's something that you have had on your heart, we hope that we can be an encouragement to you for you to take that risk. Thank you for joining this tour. If you want to know what happened when we got kicked out of one of our sites, we'd love to share that with you on this next video.
Bye guys.